Hello and welcome. In today's travel segment, we focus on Equatorial Guinea. Since the beginning of this week, the country has been holding a political dialogue. The event, meant to bring together all the political actors in the country with a focus on preserving peace and accelerating development, comes days after President Teodoro Obiang Nguema, the world's longest-serving leader, read a decree on television granting amnesty to anyone jailed for political offences in the oil-rich Central African country. We will now focus on the political side today, but on the country's tourism sector. Did you know that in 2015, Equatorial Guinea was highlighted as the world's 6th least visited country? Yes, Equatorial Guinea has something of a reputation with a history of failed coups, allegations of corruption, trafficked bushmeat, and buckets of oil. But there's plenty to bring to you in this country's beautiful black and white shows. The country's tourism sector has become one of the most promising African destinations. From bird watching, ecotourism, adventure travel, championship golf courses, white sand beaches, and local stability has made this an ideal choice to visit. Consisting of 2 parts, an island region consisting of the islands of Bioko and Anobo and the mainland region of Rio Muni, Equatorial Guinea offers a stunning and varied landscape, picturesque beaches, and spectacular virgin forests. Africa's only Spanish-speaking country also stands in other ways. Its islands became an intense living and trade hub where European powers and people from Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and Liberia all left their mark. To better understand this, I spoke to Monica Nchama, the Director of Tourism and Development and Promotion in the country. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Equatorial Guinea's tourist strengths are numerous and would require a list all the time of your broadcast. But it's clear that Equatorial Guinea, by its geographical composition, the island region and the continental region, allows enormous tourist possibilities. Focusing on what nature has to offer us, we have splendid beaches on the side of Corisco, Malabo, and Bata. The fauna and flora that nature has endowed us with is unique, and the great importance that our head of state gives to the conservation of our forests gives more value to its innate tourist assets. From an infrastructure point of view, the government has provided the country with all the infrastructure necessary for the proper development of tourism. The cities, as well as the tourist places, are connected to each other thanks to our great network of roads which crosses all the country. The government has invested in a national airline that has a fleet of large aircraft and major technologies that now make it possible to make long-haul flights to, and for example, Spain. This infrastructure investment is today one more asset for our sector, what makes the country have the necessary instruments to initiate the rise of Equatorial Guinea as a tourist destination.
So what other steps are the government working on to promote tourism in the country? Nchama tells us more.
The tourism sector is the main challenge for our department. The classification of services and adequate personnel in restaurants, hotels, beaches, terraces, and other services, and other similar ecological services for the attraction of tourists, but also the development of projects and programs to boost and energize the activity of the sector through the development of national and international tourism, and we count with strategic promotions the aim of selling the destination, Equatorial Guinea. Our department is working on 2 essential instruments. These are the key elements that will allow us to finalize the tourism policy drawn up by the government. We have identified our assets. We have natural conference centers. We have invested to make assets accessible by road, hotels, land, sea and air transport. Now we are finalizing the project of the creation of the tourism visa and the creation of the tourism office, which are the key elements to increase the flow of visitors and to achieve the objective of making Equatorial Guinea a tourist destination in its own right.
Equatorial Guinea is clearly heading towards the right direction in its tourism strategy. As a reminder, as of the end of 2017, Equatorial Guinea announced that visas for all Central African Economic and Monetary Community, that is CEMAC nationals, were waived. Well, the visa waiver decision was taken in accordance with the agreement reached in 2013 on freedom of movement in Central Africa. Currently, citizens of only 9 countries in the world can visit the Central African nation without a visa. We hope that with time, Equatorial Guinea will open its borders to more African countries, seeing that it is almost 2 years since the launch of the African passport in Rwanda, which illustrated the growing demand among many African countries for the African Union to facilitate the free movement of people throughout the continent. That is it from me on this week's travel segment. Till next time, do enjoy the rest of your viewing.